table if you win. Is it nice to be able to put pressure on Manchester City?
I don't think they feel any pressure. They don't look like that, and that's not the first target. The first target is to try to perform on highest level because it's needed against Bourmouth. Play a fantastic season. It's just an outstanding job what Eddie is doing there, and so it will be difficult enough. But of course, I know every player knows about it, and so I don't have to mention it. It's clear. But it's a tough one. So Bournemouth is really in a good moment. They even if they lost a few games, I know that. But who saw the games saw it was always really, really hard work for the opponent, and because they are so good organized and so good in counterattacks, full of confidence. I think the strangest game now was the game against Huddersfield. I don't know who saw that, but it was Huddersfield played a really good game and gave them a proper game, and at the end they still lost, but Bournemouth won. But yeah, so it's big job to do, and that we could be if first on the table is nice, but will probably only last a few hours.
It's your best start to the season, Liverpool's best start to the season. Even though it's what you do at the end that counts, Jurgen, does this prove that you're making progress with this?
Yes, of course. So it's how it is. So far we showed really consistency, which is the most important thing. If you reach a specific level, and you have to improve that, even you need the consistency to first of all stay on that level, and that's actually what the boys do. They are ready for all the problems in a football game so far, or were ready for all the problems in a football game, and really we dealt with it. We stayed in the game, in all the games, and fought back and whatever, like in Burnley now, for example, which is really a tough place, how you all know, and being 1-0 down is usually a sign for something special for the Burnley side in this case, and we did, where we stayed really calm and used our moments with fantastic goals, and so that's a good example for the season so far. So whatever happens in a game, believe in your own tools, believe in your own strength, and use them, and that's what we did.
Jurgen, I don't know if you saw or heard exactly what Sean Dyche said yesterday, but he defended his team's tackling as being within the rules, and he said he'd rather see that in the game than cheating, which he accuses Daniel Sturridge of doing to dive to win a free kick. Which do you think is worse? Is worse for the game? Is it cheating, or is it tackling like we saw on Wednesday?
Daniel Sturridge is no cheater, and it's a kind of person. I really think what Sean tries to do there is to bring up another subject so that somebody could talk about that, but I'm not sure if he spoke about the challenge of Bardsley against Alberto Moreno. So what do we talk about? We have all our own interests, we have all our own aims. That's how it is. Yeah, what can I say? Talking about after that game, then talking about one situation where a player goes down without a contact is, I don't know, and the ref even didn't judge it really, because it was a normal situation which can happen. I mean, the game is really hard, and sometimes a striker expects a tackle, and you try to avoid that by jumping. So that's how it is. So who wants to discuss Daniel? I can't avoid that, obviously, and but on the other hand side, I said what I had to say about that after the game, yeah, different opinions are allowed, obviously.
Dejan Lovren has been absent for the last 2 matches. Is he fit? Can you give us an update on his position?
No, he will not be. He will not be available. He got a knock last week. What do we have today? And got a concussion, and is still not able to play. Like Kleiny is out since already 2 weeks or so. Nothing serious, but it's not in training, so not available as well. Joe, obviously. Oxley, Ryan Brewster, but I think, and Dom. Oh yeah, Dom. But Dom is close. Dom is close, and that I really hope that he will be in team training again from Sunday on. But we have to see.
Also, your goalkeeper is on the verge of setting a new record for games unbeaten since starting his career at Liverpool. How important has your defence been to this impressive start?
Without them, it wouldn't have been possible. And so, especially, as I said, the best thing is not to talk about the goalkeeper. Then it means he's without any mistakes. But after that, the last game, I think it's not only that. He had a big part in the game. I think after the game, everybody saw that the goal Burnley scored should have been disallowed. So it was a difficult decision, I would say, for especially the offside. It was that's how it is. So it's a bit of the view of the ref or the assistant in this case. But it was offside, and then he both hands on the ball. So we discussed obviously today already about different interpretations of rules, but this rule, I think we all agree, that means goalie safe, and that's one thing. The other thing, he stayed in the game, and when we were 2-1 up, he made a brilliant save. That's only one thing. He made a brilliant save, and with the next ball, that's his attitude. He doesn't stand on his line or wait. He goes out and dips the ball a little bit, goes down, gets it, and then counter attack. So that's a really exciting package what the boy delivers, and helped us a lot, of course.
What loss will you be for you?
Oh, it's just a shame for the boy. So for us, of course, as well, he was in outstanding shape, and he helped us a lot, and especially because we could make these changes with Trent and Joe, and was really important, because Trent is still a young boy, and we cannot push them through 20 games in a row. He would probably say it's possible, but I think it's just responsible that we have a little eye on that. And Kleine was not available then in that moment, so then Joe played there, and it helped us massively. And now Kleine is still not here, and Joe is out, so of course it doesn't help a lot. And together with Virg, yes, he improved so much in that season. It was so nice to see that he did exactly what everybody in the scouting department, at least from Liverpool, expect him to do. Because when I came in, I said it already, when I came in, everybody was full of praise for him, and then I saw him I didn't see him in training because I saw only the injury he got for the U21. And since then, it was last year, of course, good, very long, but then unfortunately injured. And now this injury. So I would say it's at least a bit of luck, because it could have been worse. So 6 weeks for us is massive. We all know I can't even count the games we have in that period. But that means as well that he will be back for a big part of the season still, and that's good. So in the moment, of course, he's not too well, because it's still painful. When that's settled, then we can start with the rehab, and everything will go in the right direction.
You touched on it there, but are you comfortable with the workload that Trent is now going to have to take on over the next 6 weeks, or
yes, I have a plan. Surprisingly, so we will see what we will do, but we have still other options, of course.
Anything else? Options.
You know all of them. You can go through the squad, and on plus, a lot of players who can play that position. So especially in the way we play it now, and that's it.
You talk about Milner, maybe Fabinho, maybe like that.
More. On plus and plus players. So it's nothing to say about in the moment. So you will see. Wait a little bit, and then you will see which options we have.
Thank you.
Jurgen, you touched on team news, but am I right in saying that Sadio Mane and Gini
Oh.
were away in training yesterday?
Yes, Sadio is now out and tries to run first time, so that doesn't sound like he will be ready for tomorrow. Hopefully he can finish the program today. We did for him, and Gini is nothing. Gini did his own program and is fine. Gini's fine.
What about Andy Robertson?
He is fine. Andy, Robert played pretty much most of the games, I would say. So, and on a very intense position. So that's why we decided we give him what was it, 8 hours off. Yeah, that was actually the only thing. He was not in Burnley. That's all. He was trained in the morning and went home. Had to watch. I think he couldn't watch the game, right? No, of course not. No, sitting in front of the radio or whatever, and then he came back. No, he's fine.
Not legally.
Just further to that, Virgil van Dijk's in a sort of similar position to Andy Robertson, and he's played a lot.
It's not the same. It's not the same intensity, but of course, it's not cool. That's not cool. But now, especially with Joe out. Dejan not available. We don't have to think too much about that. Whenever we can, we have to think about that. But Wirt's thumb is always up, so he is ready to go again, and that's good.
Neil, anything from you to finish with? No, thanks guys. See you everyone. Thank you very much.